Hello everyone, my name is Serge and welcome guys. Happy New Year's to everyone. I really do hope that you all had an amazing time with your family and friends. Personally, I couldn't really go out or do anything unfortunately just because I did have to work the next day. But to y'all, Happy New Year's. Hope you all had a lot of fun. And you know what guys, cheers. Here's to hopefully one of our best years, right? Let's do our absolute best and you know it, I know it, this is our year, am I right? But yeah guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the holiday packs 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll be doing my absolute best to try to give you guys maybe some advice whether or not these packs are worth your money or not. If you're an early game, mid game, or late game player, these packs might have some different type of value for you, for your account. So you know what, let's get into it, man. So for pack number 1, right, I think the biggest ticket item on here is going to be the leaves. So 20 leaves, 450 sky stones for $30. That's something that we already have on the our normal packs. Only 2 leaves more, 22, 450 sky stones for $30, right? So already just these 2 items make up for the value. So these 2 will essentially just be like extra. However, I do think that the doggos are just filler in this pack, just because you can farm, adventure, whatever, and get the fodder yourselves. It's not a big deal. Now the molas is when it gets a little complicated, because molas are always worth, whether you're early, mid, or end game player, molas are always going to be worth it. But for early and mid game players, I don't think this pack is worth it. Simply because when you're early to mid game, you're probably still doing a lot of the story, and you're not necessarily focusing on a lot of the RTA or end game. So most of the molas that you get, the molas that you get as you're progressing to the game, they'll probably be enough for the character that you're using, because again, you're not gonna be using like a large roster of characters yet, right? And the leaves, if you're planning on buying leaves, just wait for the hunt buffs, because that's when we get the most value packs for leaves that we can ever hope to get. We get 10 leaves for $3 essentially, right? So we can get 20 leaves for $6 during those events. So if you're ever hoping to buy leaves, just wait for those events. However, for end game whales, I do think that they're just gonna buy this, right? Because they want to min-max their accounts, and the more leaves they have, the more they can hunt, the more gear they can craft. And molos, again, they're always gonna be worth it. So early to mid game players, do not buy this. Honestly, not worth your money. End game whales, hey, go right ahead. Okay, moving on to pack number 2. So this one's gonna be a little tricky, because this is honestly value for pretty much early, mid, and end game accounts. But the biggest ticket item in here, I think, is gonna be the Potion of Ascension. For end game players, though, you can always use this because new characters always release, right? But for the most part, you're already gonna have a lot of your characters maxed out. So you probably already have enough fodder as it is, right? And as far as the heroes summon tickets, you probably already have all the heroes as well if you're an end game player. So there isn't really that much value in getting a random one too, right? It's not like you can select it and get imprints for a character that you want. However, for early to mid game players, this too might have a lot more value, just because, again, if you're early to mid game, you're probably struggling to level up a lot of the characters that you're getting, right? Because when you're early game, mid game player, you're still getting a lot of new heroes every now and then with events, summoning, etc. So you feel like you're falling behind. So this Potion of Ascension might have a lot more value for you, as well as this summon ticket, right? Because you might not have all the heroes. So it's much better to get a hero from one of these random ones that you don't have. That way, whenever maybe that character's banner comes around, you don't have to actually spend your sky stones and or your bookmarks, right? You already have the character. So there's definitely a lot of value here. Now for the mola and the sky stones, again, that's kind of like extra, right? On top of this, which I think will be the most value for you. The 800 sky stones do apply about a $25 value on it, just flat out. That's pretty much how much you can get on 800 sky stones if you just buy them directly. And as well as the molas, right? Molas are always worth it. So in my humble opinion, early to mid-game players that have the extra spendable income, this is worth it. This is worth buying, right? Because this can help speed up your account and help you allocate resources much better. For in-game players, honestly, I think for $50, there's definitely other things that you can be spending your money on. So if you're early to mid-game player, this might sound really good. However, if you have to go out and get a loan for you to be able to come back and purchase this, just please don't, right? I mean, it's value, but it's not that much of value. Okay, so it's all up to your economic position, right? Always make smart decisions, guys. Do not spend money that you don't have, and that'll be my main advice. But okay, moving on to packs 3 and 4, and this is where the value starts ramping up a lot, right? As we can see here in pack number 3, 10 epic artifact charms already offer an immense amount of value. Just because if we see here on our normal artifact charm packs, 12 greater charms are already $50. So 3 of these equal 1 epic charm, right? So we're getting 12, that equals 4 epic charms. Here we have 10 of them, so more than twice the amount of charm XP essentially for the same price. So if you're in the market for some artifact charms, this 100% is worth your money. Okay, so this is really, really good, and we haven't even gotten to the rest of it, right? So 5 molas, again, that's always value. It's hard to put really like an exact price or value on these. So we'll just take it as extra value for you. Skystones, again, 800. That's already like a $25-ish dollar flat out value in Skystones. And then the artifact summon tickets. I think the artifact summon tickets are really, really good. Just because even if you're an endgame player, you might have a lot of the artifacts, but they might not be maxed out. Okay. Same if you're early and mid game player, because you might still even be missing a lot of artifacts. So the fact that you're getting 2 of them, it's really, really, really good. Okay, so all in all, I will recommend this pack to early, mid, and end game players. However, again, if you have the extra spendable income, go right ahead. I think this is absolutely worth it. But please do not spend money that you don't have. Just trying to snatch a deal before it's gone, right? It's not worth it. All of this that you can see, you will get eventually. You just gotta keep playing, you gotta keep farming. This is essentially just gonna help you speed up your account a lot more, right? And for $50 is definitely a good deal, as we can see over here. But okay, moving on to pack number 4, and now this one, again, it may vary on your situation in the game, but to me, honestly, this is the absolute best summon currency pack that we have, right? Because mystics, skystones, bookmarks, if you buy them independently, they're gonna be way, way, way more expensive. For example, 500 mystics by themselves are approximately $40, okay? So $40 in mystics alone will give you that approximately 500. Then 50 Covenant bookmarks, essentially equivalent to 950 skystones, right? That's how many skystones it takes you to do to spend 50 bookmarks. So that in and of itself, it's about $30, right? $30 in 50 Covenant bookmarks. So we're gonna have 40, 50, 60, $70 in this too. And then about 1,200 skystones are approximately $40 as well. I did the math. I went to the Skystones tab and I did some math. I generally ended up rounding it off, so do take it with a grain of salt. But essentially, it's $40 here, $40 in Skystones, and $30 in Covenant bookmarks. So that's already what, $110 in this 3. And we get to the Galaxy bookmarks, right? So this is essentially gonna be up to everyone, because out of 30 Galaxy bookmarks, that's 6 Galaxy summons, and unfortunately you just might not get nothing, right? You spend 30 Galaxy bookmarks and you just get absolutely shafted. You get nothing. Or you get lucky and you get a Moonlight, you know, MO5. However, you know, there's still that value of getting MO4s as well, right? And then the Molas. Again, Molas are always value. They're always worth it. So all in all, this pack for early, mid, and end game players, I think it's absolutely worth it. Just because you can never have enough summon currency, right? Unless maybe you're an end game player, you already have all the characters, you're only waiting for new units to be released, then you probably don't need this at all. Just because you already have all the characters, so every time you play the game, every time we have an event, every time we earn stuff from game, you're probably already amassing a lot of resources, right? So, you know, just keep playing the game and you'll be able to have enough currency every time a new character comes in and out, right? So endgame players that already have all the characters, probably not as value, but like I said, you can never have enough summon currency, right? You're always going to be summoning, and you know, if you're going to spend the money, may as well buy it, you know, for a much cheaper price, right? For early and mid game players, I think it's worth it. Again, if you do have dispendable income, I think this is worth it, right? Packs like this come, you know, not so very often, especially the Galaxy bookmarks. They mainly come during events, during some other event packs, because if not, the normal Galaxy bookmark pack that we get, it's absolute utter garbage, right? It's like for $100 you get like 15 of them, if I remember correctly, and then just some filler currency, right? So if you're in the market for Galaxies, this is absolutely the best time. But yeah, guys, again, full disclosure, only buy packs if you have dispendable income. Do not, and I cannot emphasize enough, do not spend money that you don't have. Do not go a whole week without eating just because you spent all your money buying this. Don't, right? It's not worth it. So, you know, no judgment. Everyone spends their money however they want. If this brings you joy, 100%, absolutely go for it, okay? Just be careful. Remember that. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them, okay? If maybe I didn't cover something, or there's just one tiny lingering question that you might still have. But yeah, guys, again, thank you for everything, and Happy New Year's. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.